Welcome to another podcast, The Supplement. We haven't been around for a while.
It's been a while.
But something was announced on Sunday.
Yeah.
The big announcement.
Yeah. The second big announcement.
Yeah. But the first announcement was?
The first announcement was Life Campus.
Life Campus, a community of learning. So we want to say welcome. We want to just dive into it a little bit, try and open it up. The why, the what, the when. Ask some questions, find some things, and start. And I think it's going to happen a little bit more regularly around Life Campus, so we can kind of get to the bottom of the reasons of why we're doing it. And I think it'll be nice to have some others join us, professors, scholars, students, coaches, others that are in this space that will help us make this podcast interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Just some, do you want to give people context? So maybe someone didn't watch and they're like, what the heck is Life Campus?
Oh, yeah.
But we have been speaking about it because we did have a conversation with Dylan about their campus. What are they doing?
Yeah. So, look, this has been a journey.
Yeah.
And if you want, probably the best thing is to go back to our Sunday meeting.
Yeah.
So you can pick it up there, and that'll probably be the best way to do that.
Yeah.
But let's dive straight in. Come on.
Yeah.
What is Life Campus? How do you understand it? What's been good? What are the questions? I know that I've been kind of in it a little bit more, but maybe you guys can ask questions or give perspectives and just what is Life Campus for you?
To ask you questions.
Well, if I go with questions first, I think the big question for me is why even do a campus? What problem are we trying to solve?
Because you go deep quick. Eh?
Yeah, you said we must go right deep into it.
Quick. Why?
Why are we doing it?
Well, I can give the sort of bigger picture and just go the why. I think we've got to address a problem in our nation.
Yeah.
That'll be the big thing for me. It's just like there's such a great unemployment. Andy was saying earlier. Now you were saying there's an acronym called NEET, which stands for
not in education or employment or training. So there's a NEET.
N-E-E-T.
Yeah, not in education, employment or training.
Sure.
There's 55 to 65% of our children young adults between the age of 18 and 35. That's a high percentage of people that fit into that little NEET group.
Yeah, so they're not They're not in education.
No, they're not in employment
or in employment
or in training.
So they're just at home.
Yeah, and that's
hanging around.
That's over 45% of that age group, 18 to 35.
Yeah, scary.
The 18 to 24, there are 6 out of 10 unemployed. So 6 out of 10 18 to 24-year-olds are not in any employment.
Yeah,
that's massive.
So that's a big problem. So I've done a little bit of research on, particularly in Midrand. So what you see in Midrand is a very new area, and it's growing. So there's complexes going up. There's people moving in. People are moving out of low-income areas, and people are moving into the low-income areas. So there's a migration thing that's happening. But what the problem is if you drive down that highway, all you see are these very big businesses.
Yeah,
you've got big businesses, corporate parks. You've got waterfall. You've got the whole thing happening. And the gap between the opportunities that are found in those businesses, particularly now we're talking Midrand, and the youth that are coming out of our low-income areas, which are quite big. Yeah. We've got Ivory Park, Tembisa, Diepsloot, 11. Yeah. We've got a lot of low-income areas. There is such a big gap between what they're seeing and what their opportunities are. And the kids from there don't have networks like your private schools have got. Dads have got networks, and it's not what you know, it's who you know, and so there's a networking thing that the majority of the youth don't have, And so you see all these massive businesses, and there's opportunities, and they're always shouting about you can have learnerships, and you can get this, and you can get this. But those opportunities never seem to reach the kids that are sitting in the NEAT group. And I think that's a massive problem. So there's a big opportunity gap for them that I think Life Campus can bridge.
On the youth side, do you think the young people are necessarily do they lack skills or opportunity, or is it both?
So I don't know if you get it. I do. So they don't lack entrepreneurial skills. They're already starting small businesses or helping their parents out with sponsors or whatever. So they don't lack the entrepreneurial skills. They lack the access to money to help them build a proper business.
Is that sort of startup capital?
Yeah, all of that. And then they've got no role models. So they've got no big business role models. So they're just role modeling what they see in the communities. So they're not being surrounded by creative thinkers or being pressed into creative thinking.
Yeah, that's good.
The school system has defeated them. Before they've even left school, I think the school system has made them feel defeated.
So in what ways has the school system
They don't have access to your top your literacy, your computer literacy skills, your digital skills. They don't have access to that.
Well, now you introduce AI to that.
Your classes are massive. You don't have computers in the school. There's all sorts of shenanigans happening in the high schools. So you leave. So maybe you're a quiet one, you're a good one, and you don't get involved in the nonsense. But it doesn't help you get access to computers. It doesn't help you get access to creative thinkers. It doesn't help you get access to problem solving. So you come out of school a little bit hopeless and defeated. And when somebody's chin is down, they go for a job interview. They've got skills. They've got a matric, and it's a good matric, but their chin's down.
Yeah.
They don't
have the confidence.
They don't have the confidence. They're not being told in their communities, you're going to make it, and this is what you can do, and this is what you can do. They're being told, you've got to help us get money into our families. You've got to help us support the younger siblings at school. So they get involved with what they know.
Okay.
Or they rock around the neighborhood.
But so you've mentioned Oliven and Diepsloot and all these areas. We basically in Bellevue, we're surrounded by those areas. So you would say it's quite an affluent area we are in.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the people we reach. We reach all over.
Yeah, we do.
But there's a lot of middle class.
There's a lot of middle class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how does then that translate to that class? So what if I'm a kid in Bellevue and I'm listening in now, or a parent or a mom going, okay, sounds really cool for a kid from Oliven.
Yeah, well, I think if you're in a privileged place, you've been to a private school.
Yeah.
So your education has been, sculptured to a way of good knowledge. You've probably had a great role models. You've been involved in sport, leadership training. You've had all the privilege. Your marks will let you walk into a university or a college, or you can do whatever.
Yeah.
So the reality is money opens doors.
Yeah.
But the vast majority of people don't have that money.
Yeah.
To be able to open the doors of let's say, UCT, UJ in those areas, is it?
Yeah.
So there's that's one problem. So that's your lack of education and your lack of exposure.
Yeah.
You've got a kid that's maybe sitting at Noordwijk Secondary School.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's not coming from a Bolu or your high-end income. He doesn't have the networks to help him.
Yeah.
I don't think he's as defeated as your 11 kids. I don't think I think his chin is he's probably all right.
Yeah.
Because his education is still, those schools don't have those schools are still underdeveloped in their IT departments, in their science departments, because of the number of children entering into those schools. So you're looking at that. Your middle class schools are still lagging behind your
But 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10, that's a
6
lot.
out of 10.
That is a lot.
It's like that is such a big problem.
Yeah.
And we're not going to solve 6 out of 10 at Life Campus.
Yeah.
But we can take a good swing at it.
Yeah.
And I go like, I think that we are positioned in a critical way, both as location. So I think that Midrand needs something of a big campus.
Yeah.
So this is, I was thinking around the morality and ethics that are so broken in our nation. And so on Sunday when I announced this, had 2 gentlemen come up to me and they were just so excited. They were going like, this is an answer to our prayer. We have been praying for this. And they are trying to, help in many ways. And as I understand, one is a professor at UJ, or certainly lectures at UJ. He's on the board of UJ, and has contacts all around the world that are willing to get involved. And they're going like, the nation, South Africa, and business is going to need ethics and morality taught. So it's got me thinking, because I'm going like, okay, that's true. We know that our government is completely corrupt.
Not every. There are some still good ones.
Yeah, but most, even businesses, I mean, some of the stats people believe is that 60% of business is corrupt. That's what the general population believe.
Yeah.
It's interesting. They also believe only 8% of church leaders are corrupt. So it's quite a whether that's
okay.
We're not. There's a perception.
8% of church leaders are corrupt.
Yes.
Oh, mind you, that's also true.
Huh?
It is also true.
Well, we don't know if that's true, but they're going, that's their perception.
Yeah.
In other words, what they're saying is that the church has a higher ethical and moral thing, which it should have.
Yeah.
But
it should be 100%.
it should be, but we know we'll never get 100%. But so the thing that I've asked the question is, well, how do we teach? How do we bring back good morals and ethics? So you can teach it, but is that enough?
You can do a course.
Can you do a course?
Yes,
Will
you
that
can.
change it?
No, you
so
can.
It's this:
You can do an ethics
information changes what you know, experiences change what you do, but a community changes who you are.
Yeah.
So it's you can teach what you know, but you reproduce who you are, and that's why
it's a scary thing, exciting and scary at the same time.
Exciting and scary because business would go on a course, go and do this, go and get knowledge, but you can have knowledge of what ethics is and morality and what's right and wrong, but that's not going to shape who you are. It's not going to change the essence, but a community is, and that's why for us. It's Life Campus. We want a campus in person.
And the tagline there is a community.
A community of learning.
Yeah.
It's when we spend time as a community, and it's more caught than it's taught. It is taught, but it has to be caught. You have to catch the values. It has to be discipled. You have to do that. And so for me, I think it's the long road that we're embarking on is that we got to produce the learners or the future employees that the businesses would want.
Yeah.
So if we could become, my dream is if we could become a place where business wants our students, not because of what they know, but because of who they are.
Yeah.
Now that would change the game.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Because you're going like, knowledge you can train, you can teach them.
Yeah.
We were talking about it over lunch. We're going, if they're illiterate, you can teach literacy, but you have to catch character. It has to change. And the church is the most ideal place for us to change this nation. And the more churches we can get working together and taking on this challenge in our nation. Otherwise, look, I do believe that what's happening now is there's an awareness of this political corruption or the corruption in our nation, and everyone's now going to go to a place where they're going to want to root it out. You've got to teach it, you've got to learn it. It's going to, and the tide in a sense has gone out, but there'll be a new tide. If we're not becoming part of the solution, we'll just be part of the problem.
It's really
So,
cool.
I don't know.
I like
Amen.
that little line you also have on there. It's also on the website that we created, because we got that as well.
Yeah.
To just coincide with that, is that to form a generation. Like, this is a space where, like, the possibilities of a generation that's formed, whole in character, strong in faith. What could that potentially look like for our nation?
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I think the church is the best place. Or if it's not, it's definitely the best equipped place for that.
And
we
you know
should
what?
be.
And I think, again, to go back onto Sunday, and just give me some of the stats. I mean, it was quite incredible how many people have gone and registered their interest on our website.
So we spoke about it on Sunday,
Yeah.
and we've got 22 people just in terms of going on the website and going, I'm interested, I want to be part of this, that are saying, I'm keen, I
Well
want to be
done,
part of
Urban
it.
wanting to, are they wanting to be part of the
Students, partners,
all across the
board?
And I would say I even think that number is just in terms of the conversation afterwards. We had two big announcements. So I won't say the other one, but we had two big announcements. And to leave that room and hear people still going, wow, we've been looking for something like this. This is going to change everything. I want to be part of it. So it's exciting.
Yeah, but also, I mean, historically, there's always been the gap year. You know, we've always had the gap year. Let's go and do a gap year. And actually, it really is good. I think a gap year is good. But not a gap year to do nothing.
I use that language gap, and it's because I think people know it. But I'm almost feeling like I don't want to use it anymore. I don't want this thing to be known as a gap year.
No.
Because even though we've kind of said these words, grow in the gap, and use the gap year as growing in, I think I want to almost like take it away. I don't know how to, but because I feel like we don't have time for a gap. We actually got to use this as a foundation.
Yeah. I'm not talking about this as a gap year.
But
not at all.
But how do we, as soon as we say gap year,
everyone thinks
but I was just saying traditionally, there's been people are looking for like a gap year. But this is so much more than that.
Yeah.
You didn't let me finish. So what I was saying is that this is more than just a gap year. This is not your traditional gap year. This is going to be something that's going to form you. For me, it's like a bridge.
That's good.
From between the schooling. So it's not a gap. There's a gap at the moment between your school leaving and your work experience, or even that. So it's not even closing the gap; it's bridging it.
Okay.
It's bridging it. It's making that bridge strong again. Because I think maybe in the old days, Craig, you and me would know that because we're from the old days.
Don't underestimate my ability to know the old days, okay?
The old days, we weren't allowed a gap year. But you don't really know. Even if you're from a very privileged background, you might not know what you want to do at the end of school. You're only 18. So, you don't really know. So, but instead of using this as a gap year to fill it between, let's try and find out what we're going to do, is let's get formed in this year. Yeah. Let's build something in this year. Let's build the bridge. Let's build something. Let's get curious about learning. Let's get creative. Let's mix around creative thinkers. Let's be built in this year rather than let's bridge the gap.
So,
I think that's what I'm talking about, a gap year.
What about I left school and I haven't got a job. I haven't been studying. Or I try to study and I'm 21, 22, 23. What about me then? Is there hope for me? Somebody's listening there and going, do I have to be 18? Or can I be 24, 25? But I didn't go that
Well, the government will tell you have to be under 35.
So the government would say there is hope.
There's hope.
Yeah, I'm a young person until I'm 35.
Well, for me, I think there would be I think there would be an opportunity for you to be part of this. Number one, if you're 24, 25, and you're still reeling about what you should do, and you still there's something of a defeat in your spirit and a defeat in your soul.
I like that.
So there's something that needs
So
to be formed in you. No,
So
it's not an age
It's not an age thing. This is a stage thing.
Yeah,
If you're
maybe.
caught in the stage between school and you're lacking purpose or knowing what you're going to do, this would be a foundational year that would form.
I mean, Jesus took 3 years, and he built into his disciples.
Yeah.
He bridged what they were to what they became.
Yeah.
They became world changers in 3
Yeah.
years. Can we? Maybe this thing's not just going to be
So
a
are you
year
saying
thing.
that it's not just 1 year?
Maybe. I don't know. We don't know those things yet. But
But
Jesus
what's
took
our
3.
hope and dreams? I mean, we've
Yeah.
spoken about this because it's not just come for a year.
Yeah.
But our dreams are that this thing will go on to become, that you could study, So let's go into that.
Okay.
Yeah, you're the educationalist.
Ew.
You know a little bit of Sakwa and Sita
Sakwa and Sita.
Sakwa, Sita, Sota. I don't know these things, but we want to...
TVET colleges, universities.
Yeah, but we're talking about nowadays stacking. What does that mean?
Unit
And how
standard stacking. So what QCTO, which is not a university, but QCTO, it's a quality assurance group to make sure that you are everybody's at the same standard, basically. So they've started a thing where you can start a unit standard stack, which means that you can do 1 or 2 unit standards which have been accredited, which means that they're of a certain standard. Because the thing is, you don't want you think you're studying something and it's got no backing from the government. So you can unit standard stack. So there's some very broad unit standards that you can do, which you can then apply to any qualification that you want to do.
Okay.
So it doesn't apply to universities. So that won't unit stack into a university,
degree.
but it'll go into a skills development, or it'll go into an occupational certificate, which some employees are wanting because employers are wanting. They're wanting somebody with some practical
skills, not just knowledge.
Yeah. And some people...
Okay, so make it practical for me. Give me a practical, 1 unit.
Okay, unit standards. So I've done level 4. I'm accredited as a level 4 service provider for preschool education.
This is uplifted.
So uplifted.
Yeah.
So you can, Botshabelo is.
Yeah.
So you can do managing a preschool unit standard. So and that gives you 5 credits. So managing a preschool, you can take that and you can unit stack it maybe onto a leadership course or something. So you can, that little unit standard can go into various little skills.
So it's like you get a subject or a skill, you go through that, you get the unit, and that now is like it's like I can bank it.
Yes, you can bank it.
It's like $100 I put in the bank.
Yes.
Then I go and get another one, I get another one,
So
I
you
get
stack
another
the
one.
skills.
Yes,
So
you
stack.
You stack the unit standards, which will eventually,
And that
if
what-
you put them in
When I get to the top of my stack?
No, you can't get to the top of the stack. You've got to then choose, because you can't just stack. You can't
Anything.
stack 1 unit standard of plumbing and then another unit standard of electrician and then another unit standard of ECD. You're just not going to become anything.
Yes.
So,
But I mean,
so
you stack the right-
you choose some broad first unit standards, and then you decide what interests you. What do you like?
Okay.
What's that thing? And then you can say, okay, I think I could actually be a good plumber. So for this year you can do 6 unit standards,
Okay.
but only one of them will be stackable where you go on to do. So the others won't fall away. They stay in the system. If you ever decide to change at age 35, you decide you're tired of being a plumber, you want to be a woodworker. You've done 1 unit standard 5 years ago, and you can do.
Wow.
You can then stack on that one. So you can come out with an occupational certificate, even though you did a couple of unit standards quite a while ago.
Okay, so
They do have a shelf life.
So this year that we're going to be running, 2026, there are going to be unit standards that would be general,
Yeah.
so that we go through them, and at the end of the year, you will have some unit standards that are stackable to then go on.
I do hope that I'm talking. I hope I'm talking sense. I think we need we need somebody from
Okay.
QCTO to help
But
us
we
with
get
that.
the big picture.
The big picture is that
Yeah.
this year is not just going to be
It's not just going to be Bible study and kumbaya worship songs.
Yes,
No.
but that will be there too. But
It
it's
will
not
be there
just
too.
That will be there too.
Yes.
Theological studies, but
So there'll be theological studies, but there will also be the educational things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where we're going to study
So you can
together.
take the
We can
courses,
either
you learn
study
the
together
things,
or
and they're
do it on your
stackable,
own.
Yeah.
so that the second year we could go on. And
Yeah,
so
you
forth.
can.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's cool.
That's cool. And I think that's important because the parents that are listening going like, I'm going to pay for my kid to come to here to the Life Campus. What are they going to come out with?
Yeah. But you did some research on stacking, actually.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I did?
Around where the world is going and stacking things.
Yeah, the world is going towards this unit stacking so that you can do that. And then, there's some important skills that the world is looking for. And we have identified 10 of them to go and like, these things are like critical thinking and stuff like that. So we've got those up on the website. Maybe you can open up the page there and you can give them to me. I can't remember them off by heart.
Well, if you can go look them up, I can't see them either. Yeah.
So I do think that
I'll get
we
them to you.
are we're going in with the Holy Spirit guiding us and leading us, and sometimes there is just a light for the next step. So we don't need to start with 2,000 people, and God is not scared about the small beginnings.
Yeah.
So I think we may find our way closer to the time with the unit stacking and because I'm still going to be talking to consulting firms that do training. I think there's opportunity for people to enroll in a course that they want to do part-time and be given opportunity to make some study time. So we might not be lecturing them, but we will be giving time for your educational studies. So there's that as well.
So it's kind of like how Prince has done it.
Yeah.
I think this year, he's been studying on interning. So he's been here 3 or 4 days a week, but then Fridays he's off at lectures and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
He's got 2 jobs.
Now
and
he's got 2
school.
jobs and school. But so we've been doing that as an organic thing.
And all it does is increase your ability to broaden your shoulders, and the kids will see success because, especially unit standards, are pretty easy they're very difficult to fail actually. So it gives you success.
So let's go. The curriculum framework is going to be built around a 3-layer model.
Okay.
And it's easy to go from its heart. So it's about our heart.
Yeah.
Then it's about head and hands. And then it's about the horizon. What's the future?
Yeah.
So those are the 3 H's there. So the first is formation of our heart, emotional intelligence and resilience, spiritual practices, life design, leadership, character and ethics, service, mentorship, and community rhythms. So that's going to shape and form the heart. Then we're going to do around skills, head and hands. So these are those 10 skills that we're going to prioritize. Critical thinking and problem solving, emotional intelligence and self-management, creativity and innovation, communication and collaboration, adaptability and resilience, digital fluency and AI literacy, entrepreneurial mindset and value creation, leadership and project management, sustainability and systems thinking, and number 10, cross-cultural competence and global awareness. If we can hit those 10, it's going to be incredible how head and hands are going to have some skills at the end. And then the last one is how do we apply that to Horizon, helping people see their calling, their internship, community engagement, career calling, global exposure, going on trips, going out into the nations. We're dreaming of the possibility of joining with others like Link College. Free is doing something that we go to the Zambia or other places so that there is this head, heart, hands,
and what's out there,
and horizons.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of process. Plus, we'll be able to then and so within those 10, we want to find stackable
educational
helps that you'll be able to carry that forward.
But I also do think that there's opportunity for people who have already signed up for something or who want to do a course online instead of sitting at home online. Come and join us. Come and have some fun. I think that's what being a youth is. Is you've got to have fun. Come on, a youth.
All right, other questions, bud?
You've kind of hit a whole lot of there. I think the lingering question is just around involvement and what that would be for someone watching. Like, how do they help this become a reality?
And not as a student, but
as a person.
As a parent, as a business person, as a student, or like what? Obviously, it's different categories. But
well, I think as a student, I mean, I really think is that as a learner, that'll be better.
Yeah.
If you have a university and you know where you're going,
brilliant.
Then brilliant, go for it. You know, you've got a pathway. You know the horizon. Let's go for it. But if you're in between and you're not in the confidence, courageous place where you know you can get employed or you know where you're going to go and study and that, I think this would be a great opportunity. In fact, I would say come to this year a life campus
and help us craft it.
And help us craft it, absolutely. But it'll be a foundational layer. So when Abigail, I went to her afterwards, we were just chatting, and I said, hey, and she came up to me and we were talking, and she said to me, she did a year when she left school. She got a private education. She went to the Hatfield year of your life. She said she would not be where she is today without that year.
Wow.
And I think I would go, if this had been an option, I would have sent my kids to this. In fact, we did. Michelle went to Hillsong for a year, and she's not the same person that came back. Changed her life.
And very interesting, we sent Kevin to another church. We said, go and serve at another church. Yeah. So he went and served at another church. We supported him, and then he also got a job. So he was supporting himself and supporting a church. So it was a different sort of year, but it also marked him. Yeah. It also changed him because he saw a different view.
So as a learner, I'd be going, hey, I would make this a priority. As a parent, I would be going, I think this is a place that you could invest and support, and it'll change your child's life forever. Yeah. To have an opportunity to be formed, not just taught, but to be shaped, to understand and become part of a community and a great community, one that you can trust. Because I mean, sending your kids off into a university somewhere.
Because that's the question I was going to ask. I mean, it could go into a whole nother conversation, but it's a thing that I know, being in youth ministry and stuff, that will come up at some point. Is what if I'm a learner and I'm going, yes, I'm all in. This is where I want to go, but my parents have got a different idea. How do I know?
How do you navigate that?
Yeah,
I want to be here.
I want to be here. You're getting me excited.
Yeah.
And I can see this, but when I get home, because here's what you'll also find, at least in our context, even in Blaze, our high school ministry, is that there are kids that are here whose parents are not here.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, or there are kids who are here, they're serving, but their parents are here, kind of here. So, and it's not this or anything. We're a great community.
No.
So those questions of, a parent like you and Andy, church, your kids in church, you understand the value, where you get another side where kids see the value, but the parents go.
Look, there are some difficult things, and I understand that a parent may want a kid to go and the kid doesn't want to be here, and vice versa. The kid wants to be here, but the parent doesn't. I think that the interest night that we're having on the 26th, I think we need to advertise that and put it up and get that, where you can have learners and parents come and ask questions.
Like a parent-teacher thing.
Yeah. But I think if there is a learner out there that you're wanting to do this, but your parents are not in it, this is the time now to go trust God, because if God is in this, He will change the heart of a king.
It's so good.
Yeah. change the heart of a parent. And so you don't change the heart of a parent by manipulation, whining, and begging.
Yeah.
You change the heart by helping them see that this is a better future. I got to say is that when a parent sees that this is an opportunity for a better future, I think I can't guarantee it, but I'm going, ask the parent, would you come with me to the interest night? And where you can ask the questions. And then we're available, say, hey, listen, can I please sit down with you, Craig, Andy, whoever, and help me understand this, and how that could be. So I think it's about engaging in through relationship, not through relentless begging or sulking.
Yeah, no, it's
doing
good.
that.
That's good.
And I think,
and as a interested person that doesn't have teenagers but toddlers, but you want to be.
The future is bright. It's exciting.
No, but you want to be part of the creation of Life Campus. How do you get involved?
so like being a coach or helping with education and stuff.
Yeah, because
so,
I think we're gonna need some impact players.
No, we want that. So I think part of the thing is that we want is it's a community of learning. So we want to access the community with all their skills. So I mean, we've had so many people come and go like, I'm a life coach, I'm a this, I've got educator, and we're going to go. Let's bring all of that and help
it doesn't mean you have to leave your job.
No, you can,
There's
come and walk with our learners and help form them relationally.
So one of the problems that is seen in this NEAT group is that they don't have mentorship. So there's nobody to mentor them. So, even if you have to work 9 to 5 from Monday through to Friday, you have got time in the evenings where you can. Yeah. Where you can mentor kids, where there's something of a shaping spiritually or just being around a creator. You can invite them around
into your home for a Sunday lunch
it's
or
beautiful.
Whatever. There's many ways.
That, but there are people with skills that actually can impact play. So we're doing your subject AI or whatever. Can you give us 3 hours in twice a week or whatever it is? There's patches of hours, patches of weeks that I think people can give of their skill. I don't know what it means for your corporate business. You would have to work that out.
But what about the learner and the parent, and they don't have the money?
Oh dear.
That's a good question.
Then yeah. Oh dear. Sorry, you're out.
So I think that's where you can apply for a scholarship. I think,
and that's where you can apply to be a sponsor.
Yeah. So there's those of you out there, and you're going like, hey, don't have the time in that, but I do want to sponsor, and that could be 1,000, 2,000, whatever rand a month. That would help. Yeah. But one thing that we have learned over the years is you got to pay something. Yeah. So that's been a principle I know that you have done with so many.
Show me what you value.
Yeah. So if you don't value this, it's going to be very difficult. So it's not free, but we will help those that are in that we can. So there is that, and then how else do we partner financially, business-wise, contacts? Like these gentlemen came to me and said, "Hey, we've got strategic partners in America that are prepared to look at it," and this is exciting because we've talked about and we did the workshop project, but we could never connected to a formal stacking. Yeah. And whereas now we've got the workshop building, we've got these things, who knows that we could be strategic skills creators that would help people. And at the end of the day, a plumber, builders and these guys are going to become strategic into the future because AI can't do that. AI cannot unblock your drain. Yeah.
Well, I can teach you how. So they're talking about a 4IR.
And I thought, what is... Can teach you how.
Yeah, they can.
So
who wants to put their hand into poo?
Okay, shush. So now, so they're talking about... You're just in the plumbers now. So they're talking about a 4IR. I thought, what is a 4IR? What is 4IR? It's the fourth is it the fourth industrial revolution?
Yeah.
And in this fourth industrial revolution, in this new way, we have got to be creative thinkers. We've got to be entrepreneurs. We've got to be innovators. We've got to be creative thinkers. The only way, if you're not that, if your household is not that, the only way, and this is known as a creative house. This is known as an innovative house. Yeah. It's a creative house.
Pioneers.
We're pioneers. We've got that. And it's not anything to do with Craig or I. It's got to do with the giftings that God has given this church. It's not a personal thing. It is something on the house. Yeah. So I'm expectant that Life Campus is going to be of the same ilk as Urban Life Church.
Symbolic of things to come.
That the gifting that is going to happen at Life Campus is going to be for the future. Yeah. It's going to be happening now, but it's going to be for the future. It's going to be for that 4IR, the fourth industrial revolution. We are going to be, because we've got the prophetic edge, we've got the word of God, we've got the promises of God, we've got those things that reside and have done for 30 years. It's a beautiful thing.
I just want to say, we don't have all the answers.
No, we don't.
Not even nearly, but we believe that prophetically, that we are a people that God would open up. Close your eyes, what do you see? And let God open those things to us so that we are doing today what the future needs. We're not trying to catch up. So I'm dreaming of the right things. That's why I say in these 10 things, we're going to be at the forefront. Education things are looking at knowledge. We're wanting skills. If we can bring about skills and formation of heart and character, man.
And thinking.
We can.
I think Jesus walked with his disciples and was unbelievably creative. You look at all his miracles. Which two miracles were exactly the same? What's the formula for healing blind eyes? Do you spit and clay and spit on them every time? Do you stick your fingers in men's ears all the time? You don't. It was such an incredibly creative, mind-blowing thing. And I just think that
they're naughty. They are.
We've got people in the studio.
They got people in the studio.
Prince is in the studio.
What are they doing? I've missed that whole thing. Oh.
There's a whole lot happening.
It's a private joke, guys. Sorry.
There's a whole lot happening.
Anyway, okay. What else you got on your paper there?
I got nothing else on my paper.
Have you said all your goods? What have you got?
I think that we've covered a lot. I think I'm more excited about what God's going to do than what we can do. Yeah. Actually, we're just trying to follow.
Why don't you? If you got any questions or things, I mean, firstly.
Go to the website.
Lifecampus.co.za. Lifecampus.co.za, and then just click the button and register, and we'll get your info, and we'll get in contact with you. Come to the interest night. That's going to be there. That's the 26th, but that's a good 20 days away. 21 days away. That's 3 weeks. But in the meantime, you can write in your comments. You can.
Help share the news. We're going to have the video out on our social media.
Are you excited, Wanga?
Yeah. I'm very excited.
What are you most excited about? Because I know it's been like, I mean, you're pushing, and now it's there, and I'm going. So, what do you think? What are you dreaming?
This place changed my life. It really did. Yeah, I feel like when I came here, I had no chance at life. So coming here really did change my life. And the thing that changed my life, obviously Jesus, more than anything else. But it feels like I had a sip of what a community of learning could look like. In that I came into a great community with great mentors, with great people that were interning alongside me. It allowed me to think creatively, to see outside the box, to grow in my leadership, to be encouraged and built up and told things that I never thought I would be capable of. You know, we were making a joke the other day around my public speaking. Took a lady called Kat Rainbow all the way from Australia to come and sharpen my skill because Warren didn't. But anyways, that's a story for another day. But in so many areas, and it shows just being like, I want that for someone else. That life doesn't have to be one way.
Wow.
And God has got opportunities, and those opportunities are in the church, people in the church that love the next generation. So what excites me is to see how big this can be. How, we talk about rivers come from a trickle to this big thing. I think formalizing and actually building on what was and thinking even broader and bigger than that could open doors to so much more. I mean, I shared to you this morning my prayer.
Yeah.
My prayer this morning, praying about Life Campus and church and all of these things and just where we are at and where we are around. I was watching a movie. Should I recommend that?
Yeah. Don't recommend the
I
movie.
won't recommend the movie. But I don't recommend the movie. But anyways, it's a movie about, it's not bad. It's a movie about Michael Jordan. It's called Air. And in there, you get this story. And the theme of the movie is that a shoe is just a shoe until someone wears it.
Beautiful.
So that's the theme that's carried through the whole movie. And essentially you get this shoe that they have designed. Nike's doing bad in basketball. Like, they are terrible. Adidas and Converse was better than them. And they eventually bought Converse. So it tells you how bad they were. And they're going, what do we do to get into the basketball world? What do we do? What do we do? And they're like, we can sign 3 players and try different ones. And then they quickly realize when you have the right person at the right time, everything changes. They had the shoe. They just needed to have the right person at the right time. They put Michael Jordan on those shoes, and the rest is history. They became the biggest company in basketball. And for me, it feels like this thing has been bubbling, but now it's the right time.
Yeah.
We need the right people that are watching to go, hey, I want to back this. I want to be part of this, because this has put the potential to change someone's life, not just someone, like a bunch of people's lives, a whole generation. So in all my blubbering, that's the excitement, that we've got the templates, we've got the dream, we've got the vision, and these young guys are going to start wearing the shoes, and man, everything will change.
And that's a wrap.
The campus is just a campus until you put
some people
feet
in.
in it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Cool.
Thank you.
That's me. Viva.
Brilliant.
Won't be the last. Like us, do all of those kind of things, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.